Today, I want to help you think differently about your business. Many entrepreneurs still believe they need a physical office and large team. Your website is your digital headquarters where customers interact with you. Think of your website as the new front desk for customer interactions. Leadership needs to communicate vision and direction in a digital organization. Let's build systems that serve people while making your organization sustainable. Explore how our ecosystem works at mycoachministry.com/ecosystem.
Love to open new packages. There will be the latest information on top funding opportunities for entrepreneurs who are seeking funding. Come along with me. I'm Coach Raquel, and this is a passion project for me, so I'm so happy to bring this to you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching.
Don't call me motherfucking trying to talk to me, find out some shit, talk about some gossip. Don't call me with no bad news. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't calling me to uplift me, if you ain't calling me to I'm not 911, I'm not in the mood, don't call me unless there's some love on the other end of the phone. Matter of fact, I'm working. I don't want nobody to call me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody do them. And
I want to say thank you so much for staying with me, for being here with me. Oh my gosh, we had an interesting conversation on allegedly. It is my hope that you really truly enjoy it. It's been such an honor for me to be here with you today. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for being here. And we're going to get into this segment because, baby, it was so informative. It was enlightening. It was inspiring. And it was fun. It was also fun. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'm Coach Raquel, and this has been another episode. So welcome to Refresh, Relax, Renew podcast.
Unlock your potential every Thursday with our podcast, Refresh, Relax, Renew. Join Coach Raquel as she guides you through personal development journeys. Each episode focuses on actionable steps to enhance your personal journey. The podcast features 3 main segments to keep you engaged. We start with discussions on trending topics relevant to your growth. Then we unbox solutions to common challenges we face daily. Finally, stay updated with fresh funding opportunities each week. Tune in every Thursday for new episodes, and see you there.
Oh my gosh, I love the music. Hello, and welcome to another show. This is episode 25. Can you believe it? We are doing the thing, okay? We are doing it. So before we even go any further, let me say this. Why am I so happy? I'm happy, but I'm feeling so happy. It's really, really early in the morning. It's like perfect time for me. I love this time of day, like 3 o'clock. Those are my hours. You know, those are the hours when I feel most alive. So perhaps that's why I'm feeling ecstatic today. Okay. All right. Lord, we commit the day in your hands. So before we begin, let me just say this. I recently had to relocate my where I record, right? I wouldn't necessarily call it my studio or some or that, because I don't really have a studio, so to speak. I record in my home, but I've had to change location because it's pretty warm and I wanted to be somewhere where I had cool air, you know what I mean? And also a space that's more enclosed, because before I was in like my living room, but now I'm in like one of the rooms. So there's a little bit of a difference, and I'm still trying to like adjust to it. It looks weird, so please bear with me. It is my hope that you're catching the beautiful, gorgeous view. Look at the horse. I tried so hard to make sure we could see him. Yes, so Yes, I'm in a different location, so please bear with me. But how are you doing today? How is your life going? How is life treating you? How are your days, your weeks? How has it been since we last, had this special time together, since last Thursday? How has it been for you? Anything new you'd like to share with me? Let me see. What new has happened for me? Nothing. I haven't really had anything new per se, right? But for me, this week has been, you know what? It has been reflective. I find that I've always been intentional about having good days, but more so now than even ever. Like, I find myself just being very intentional about enjoying my moments, and it doesn't mean that we are going to have perfect days every day. We're not going to have perfect days every day. But for me, no matter what is happening, I want to find the God in the moment. I want to find the beauty in the moment. I want to find the life's moment in the moments. Does that make sense? In whatever is happening, whatever's going on. I want to find the piece of it that I can appreciate and hang on to. Because I think over this past week, I've been thinking about uncertainties. A lot of that has been running through my mind. Like, I think the Sean Combs case kind of shook me. Of course, it's based on my perspective of the case and the information I've had access to, but I kind of feel like some injustice happened in that case, and I feel like, darn, if this can happen to him with all the resources that he accumulated, because he worked for it, with all the work he's done, and this happened to him, then what could happen to me? That's where my mind goes. Like, because I've had my own experiences, where you work really hard, you put in the time, you try your best to do it right, but you cannot stop the plans that the universe has for you and the routes that it's going to take you through. You can't stop the breakdowns that are coming. And because of that, it's really affected me psychologically, where I find myself like, oh my gosh, I can't out gratitude my breakdown. Does that make sense? Like, and it's not just Sean's case, but that was the one that was like the catalyst for me, where there are persons who work their entire lives and then they retire. And as soon as they retire, something happens to them. Like, can we stop? Can we prevent insecurity? Can we prevent uncertainty? Can we work hard enough and prepare enough to prevent certain degrees of life breakdowns, like poverty? You know what I mean? Like, you can have a court case that can bankrupt you. You know what I mean? You can have an accident. One thing can happen and you move from security to insecurity, to the ability to take care of yourself financially, to the capacity to lacking complete capacity to do that. You know what I mean? And I don't know, I think it kind of frightened me a little bit. you know I think it's been playing over and over in my mind. And so for me, I've been sitting down like, okay, I've got to come up with some new ideas. And I've become so like tied to my computer, like, come on, we've got to work. It's almost like I want to work so hard that I can convince the universe that I deserve abundance. Do not take it away from me. Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever feel like vulnerable to the point you're like, one thing could happen and shake your entire foundation? You know what I mean? Like, in some cases, a matriarch or patriarch die in the family, and you move from one economic status to another. Like, and that's why I think that we should I think we should aim to be compassionate with people, understanding of people, because we don't know the fears that are running rampant in the minds that sometimes drive us to do the things we do, and drive us to behave the way we behave. Because there, I don't even know if I'm making sense completely here, but I'm just saying that it's really been on my mind. The whole Sean Combs thing for me kind of put me in the space of, is the hard work worth it? Are the sacrifices worth it, when it's almost like you're required to be perfect, but to reach certain goals, you take certain risks. I mean, you're not going out there to intentionally harm people, but we develop addictions. I'm just saying, we're so vulnerable. We're so vulnerable that it makes me wonder, like, what's the point of all this hard work and sacrifice? And so for me, to be honest with you, my wish is, I'd like to have a little piece of land upon which I want to erect a little building, and I just want to have good sewage and running and water and good road, just transportation to deliver my food and stuff. Like, honest to God, like, I have no dreams for any big mansions or nothing. Like, I feel like I just want a little piece of this rock in a corner of it, in a little corner where I can just go stay by myself, so I don't have to affect anybody's lives. So I can just live in peace. Honestly, that's just how I've been feeling. Like, man, I feel like I just want to curl into a corner. I just want to, and I literally feel like I know I've always had this fear of people, but I feel like it is slowly getting worse. I literally feel like I know that I feel like I need to go sit in front of somebody and have some conversations. Because this whole thing, it affected me. The whole Sean Combs things affected me. Like, it makes me feel like justice isn't real. It is colored. And when I say colored, I'm not talking about racism. I'm talking about people's perceptions and mindset. You know, like, they could just, and I'm not saying that he's innocent. I'm just saying, from my perspective, it seemed so. It didn't look like justice to me. It didn't seem, the process just did not seem just to me, and it's scary. Not that I'm not afraid of man or whatever. When I say scary, I mean, nobody can tell me Sean Combs did not put in hard work. Nobody can tell me that, okay? To get to any degree of anywhere, any place, you have to move through some things, because people will not let you get it easy, okay? You have to put in hard work. And even after your hard work, you can be discredited because you made a mistake or some mistakes, because you show up human. And even the people who you feel secure with, the people who you love, the people who you invest in, the people who you give your money, your hard-earned money, the people who you give your time, could be the very people that turn against you. And and right now, the whole Sean's case, that could be, I believe in the end, God is at work. So let me be clear. This is not just me talking about who did right and who did wrong and who did what to who, because in the end, unless God approved all of this, it could not happen in my world. That's my belief system. Nothing happens without the authority of the source, the universe, the higher power, the supreme, right? So I know God is in control. And with all of that, it's like, which is why I feel like I'm like talking myself out of thinking things are hopeless, because I don't want to think that either, right? The man made some mistakes, clearly. He had some addictions, clearly. But compassion was so scarce for this man. You know, it didn't matter how much he did. It didn't matter how much he's built. It didn't matter how hard he worked. You know what I mean? And the way everything is going down, even the judge and how he's functioning, it's just something. It's just something about the whole thing that just makes us as individuals just look like nothingness to me, like it's like the world is trying to treat us and show us that we're nothing, and we're not nothing. We're not nothing. And I know God is in it. No matter what's going on, God is in it. I know that because I look at my own life, and I guarantee you, God is real. I am the testimony. I'm the evidence that God is real. So that is what I'm holding on to and trying to find a healthy, I'm trying to find a healthy but balanced way of trusting God, trusting my source, while doing what I need to do. You know what I mean? But that's just what has been going through my mind. And I'm in search for a really, really good therapist. I've spoken with persons, I've done it online, but I haven't found the one for me yet. But I really need one. Like, I'd like to have someone I can just sit with and just, talk through these things in a healthy, meaningful, and in my best interest kind of way. And I don't know if that's possible because I don't trust people. My capacity to trust just keeps dwindling. It just keeps dwindling, and I don't know if that's okay or not, but I do not trust anyone. It's like, you can't. How can you trust anyone? You don't know. I feel like everyone is hustling, and the best we can hope for is that we get a chance to negotiate in the hustle. And I hope this is not coming across as negative, because that's not what I'm trying to be. I'm just trying to share how this realistic view of life is going for me. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to be delusional, and I don't want to sit here thinking, oh, everything is great, and and it's not. And I don't want to sit in a cocoon of protection and then realizing that in any minute now it can just disappear. You can work your ass off for years, for life. I remember when we were studying media, I think it was my radio teacher, Miss Johnson. She said, you can build your, I don't remember what you call it. You can build your career for years, and in 1 second, it can be gone. Isn't that frightening? Isn't that frightening? I mean, I've had tremendous losses, so I'm not coming from nowhere. But I also know from my experience also that no matter what you go through, you can survive it, you can thrive through it. And I think the biggest lesson I'm getting out of all of this is, no matter what you're going through, find the God in it to focus on. Find the life's moment to focus on, because it is pretty clear to me that life is not here for us to have. It's not a bed of roses. It's not here for us to just be on vacation and have a great time every single day. And so I am so grateful for, let me tell you what I'm grateful for. Don't get emotional now. I'm grateful for my peace of mind. Let me tell you something. I've just been telling God thanks, because my peace of mind, I've had peace of mind, and I'm just I'm doing everything to hang on to it, And with that said, I want to share something with you. For all of you who are subscribed to my channels, all of them, I have 3 different YouTube channels primarily. I have Kelly's Fitness Adventures at Kelly Vlogs ASMR, and I have Tasty Food Adventures at Kelly's ASMR, and and then I have My Coach Ministry, which is at My Coach Ministry. All of these, and they all have their own websites, and all of these platforms and networks that I've created it for this purpose: to find a calm, peaceful space, and to curate a village wherein there is calm, there's peace of mind, and there is positivity, right? So I call this space the Calm Collective. The Calm Collective is what I want to call us. All of you who subscribe by whichever of my channels. The Calm Collective is a space I created for adventurers, and by adventurers I mean entrepreneurs, creators, and explorers who want to grow with clarity, purpose, and legacy. Yes. Now you can join our free Facebook group at facebook.com/groups /MCM Calm Collective. Now, stay tuned to for I'm going to be setting up my memberships on YouTube and stuff for the fitness channel. It's already set up, but I'm going to be revising it and everything to go along to make sure everything is uniformed and stuff. So stay tuned for exclusive YouTube memberships that are coming across all the channels. And if you're a leader or entrepreneur building an established brand, you can apply for our selective memberships at mycoachministry.com. So now this one, the one on my website, this one is for persons who are building something and need that support, right? And it's all about community support and building together without burnout. Yes. So if you've been looking for a safe space to grow, connect, and thrive, join us at the Calm Collective. All right. Now let's go to, I usually read one of my prayers to you. So let's go there now. All right. Thank you so much. Did I say? Thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you for sharing your time with me. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you so much for being here. All right. All right. I like this one. So it says, I am yours. There we go. I am yours. And it's from the book Prayers by Me. And it's on Amazon if you want to know. All right. So I am yours. Lord, dwell with me so that nothing and no one can harm me or stop my progress. I had no idea what's going on this one. See how it aligns, doesn't it? Oh, glory to God. Lord, dwell with me so that nothing and no one can harm me or stop my progress. Keep me from danger so that I will not be hurt, Lord. Go through today with me. Do not leave me alone. Let no weapon formed against me prosper, Father. I love you. There is none above you. No one is like unto you. No one is as powerful as you, God. You have no equal. You have no rival. Bless my life, Lord, and let your light shine through me. Guide my feet. Speak to me, God, and use me. I am yours. Amen. All right. All right. Oh my goodness. So welcome to Refresh, Relax, Renew. I am Coach Raquel, and I am so happy that you are here with me today. Now let's go into our ASMR moment. Wow.
Welcome to Kelly's Fitness Adventures. Discover your path to wellness. Hear your breath, movement, and healing align through ASMR fitness journeys. Join us on real-time walking meditations, feeling the earth beneath your feet. Experience sunrise strength training that nourishes both body and soul. Engage in waterfall breathwork journeys. Rejuvenate your spirit. All you need is a phone and an open heart. Let's connect. Come away with me. Inhale, exhale, just breathe. Visit kellysfitnessadventures.com.
Wow. Beautiful. That was beautiful. And we take that moment. The reason I have this ASMR moment smack in the middle of my podcast is it's a reminder to just take in the view. Look at the ocean. It's beautiful, right? And just take a moment to breathe. Let's take it in, especially as we're about to go into these segments. I want us to be in mindfulness. I want us to be in a positive mindset before we go into it. You know what I mean? Before we get overcome by the topics and the unboxing and all of these things, right? I do this, I insert this in here to bring you to a consciousness of who you are and where you are and what's happening, just to make sure that whatever happens in this segment, that you take the best from it and leave the rest. Take the bits of it that's good for you, that empowers you, that uplifts you, and leave the rest. Just take what's yours, and whatever is not favorable to you, it's not yours. So just don't even focus on it. Just leave it alone and move on with the parts that worked. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me right here on Refresh, Relax, Renew. And thank you for staying with me. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and to share it with a friend. Share it with someone, a family or a friend, or whoever you think it may be useful to. All right? Yeah. So it's time for us now to go into our first segment.
Welcome to Unboxing Solutions, where we unwrap more than packages, we unwrap possibility. Every tool you see is chosen with care, purpose, and real-life use in mind. If what you create deserves to be opened, explored, and put to work, this is that space. Gospel Foundation International Healing Ministries is a Bible-based ministry. Through worship, prayer, and deliverance, we help individuals find restoration. We equip believers to build stronger families and healthier communities. Footprints of Faith Radio shares real stories of healing and hope. Bible Talk for Children helps kids develop strong moral foundations. Apply for sponsored digital advancement support for growing your reach. Your support makes this possible. We're aiming for a $500 monthly goal. Support, partner, or give today at gfihministries.org/give.
It's a place that's Welcome back to Unbox Solutions with me, Coach Raquel, where we don't just open packages, we open possibilities. Yes. Today's unboxing is something I've actually been looking forward to for a while, my tiny pot. Tiny pot, and I especially love the color. Now, this is the 2-quart mini electric round slow cooker, and I picked it up for $34.99 plus shipping from Amazon. If you've ever wanted something small, simple, and practical for quick meals or small portions, this kind of appliance can be a real game changer. Let's take a look. So, let's take a look. So right away, what I like about this size is the 2-quart capacity. It's perfect for small households, simple soups, oatmeal, sauces, dips. And for those of you who know, I am a food blogger. So sometimes, from time to time, I might want to have a live cooking vlog with something that is compact, small, easy to handle, electric. I just sit with it. It can cook my one pot meals and so on, right? And it can also even you can do dips and also, or even small cooked meals. You can do you can do small slow cooked meals without having to pull out a big cooker. And that's something I've wanted for a while. Just something small that I can just do a quick little cook up for myself. Inside the box, we have the removable stoneware pot, which is great because it makes cleanup very easy, much easier. We also have the tempered glass lid, so you can actually see what's happening while your food cooks without lifting the lid and losing heat. And of course, the base unit, which has adjustable settings. Usually it has low, high, and warm. That's what mine has anyway. So you can control how slowly or quickly your food cooks. What I personally like about appliances like this is the simplicity. You add your ingredients, set the temperature, and let the cooker do the work. For busy days, for people like me who are content creators, entrepreneurs, or anyone juggling a lot, tools like this support efficiency in the kitchen without a lot of effort. And that's really the whole point of Unbox Solutions with me. We're not just unboxing things, we're unboxing practical solutions that support everyday life. If you'd like to see tools like this or similar finds, you can check out my Amazon storefront. The link is scrolling in the ticker below, but it is amazon.com/shop/UME radio. That's the letter UMERADIO. Now, I'm definitely excited to test this tiny pot out and see what kind of simple meals we can create with it. If you have a favorite slow cooker recipe, drop it in the comments, please. I'd love to try it. And if you enjoy practical finds like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so we can keep unboxing solutions together. Until next time, take care. But before you go, there is something I would like to share with you, some tips. There are some tips I would like to share with you. So, online shopping safety for 2026. Number one thing to avoid, unusually deep discounts that promise high-end items at ultra low prices. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And here's a tip. Cross-check the website, reviews, and seller cycle. Trusted platforms verify and update. I always cross-check. Go to the reviews. I especially love to go to the reviews to see images, because sometimes when I see their photos, it helps me understand the real size of a thing and how it really fits and how it works. And oftentimes you get some really good feedback, But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let's go to our next segment. I'm Coach Raquel.
This is Free Money Wednesdays, where funding meets vision. Access becomes strategy, the fastest way to get attention. Apply for funding that lets them see your brand in motion. If you're building something worth backing, visibility starts here. Strong organizations are built on more than strategy, they're built on people. At Human Impact Development Consulting, we help organizations strengthen leadership and support staff well-being. We put clear people systems in place that actually work. From HR advisory and policy development to leadership support, we cover it all. Our approach is practical, ethical, and people-centered. If ready for clarity, confidence, and sustainable impact, visit sandrinedunkley.com. Human Impact Development Consulting, where people systems meet performance. This is Free Money Wednesdays, where funding meets vision. Access becomes strategy, the fastest way to get attention. Apply for funding that lets them see your brand in motion. If you're building something worth backing, visibility starts here.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for staying with us. I'm Coach Raquel. Welcome to Free Money Wednesdays, where we don't chase money, we steward mission. That's what we do, all right? March 2026 is packed with serious funding across research, workforce development, museums, social services, renewable energy, and community impact. So let's move quickly.
Strong organizations are built on more than strategy, they're built on people. At Human Impact Development Consulting, we help organizations strengthen leadership and support staff well-being. We put clear people systems in place that actually work. From HR advisory and policy development to leadership support, we cover it all. Our approach is practical, ethical, and people-centered. If ready for clarity, confidence, and sustainable impact, visit sandrinedunkley.com. Human Impact Development Consulting, where people systems meet performance.
March 2026 grant listing. This show, you're going to be watching this show, I think is at the 27th of April, of February. Oh my gosh, I'm at April. You're going to be watching this before the list comes out, but by the time this comes out on the March 1st, okay? So you'll be able to access all this information on my website at the link on the screen, mycoachministry.com/blog, okay? So it will be right there. I'm just highlighting some for you. On March 1, when it's published, you can get it. And if you're not yet signed up, you need to go to my website and you need to subscribe so you get the alerts when the blogs come out, all right? So research and innovation, Harry Frank, Guggenheim, or is it Juggenheim? African Fellow Awards, 10,000 Research Fellowship. The deadline for this is the 1st of March. Day one, baby. Day one. Oligo Talks Open Data Challenge, 500,000. The deadline is February 28th. Don't miss this one. Don't miss this one. And you'll see this before it happens. So make sure you get it. Complement RRR Prize 7 Million Innovation Challenge. If you're building knowledge, science, or global solutions, there is funding aligned. Then we have workforce and youth development. Youth Build, 98 million nationally. EOBB Workforce Training, 100,000. If you're training people, creating opportunity, or building pipelines, March is your month. Now, museums and cultural institutions, March 13 is major. IMLS programs include Museums for America, African American History and Culture grants, Latino History and Culture grants, Library Leadership grants. Awards range from $5,000 to $1 million. If you preserve stories, funders are investing in legacy. Social services and community impact. Human trafficking victim services, up to 27.7 million. Community health and equity funds, national technical assistance programs, 24 million. If you serve vulnerable communities, funding is available. Now, energy and global innovation, EU cross-border renewable energy, 150 million euros total call. Energy Catalyst Round 11, between 50,000 and 300,000 euros. Innovation is being funded globally. Mindset reminder, and I want to change the graphic you're seeing right now. I'm sharing with you now some tips, 5 tips for March grant application, and it's on the screen now. Mindset reminder, you do not serve a small, mean, deficit-minded God, okay? Funding is not random. It flows where vision is clear Outcomes are measurable. Preparation meets purpose. Apply strategically, submit early, track your pipeline. If you need personalized support, identifying the right grants and strengthening your applications, upgrade to the CAM Collective paid memberships at mycoachministry.com. So, right before we close out, I just want to share with you, I can't even read it. So here are 5 top tips for March grant applications, right? Number 1, explore the list. 2, make a short list. Interest based on your interest and your eligibility. Visit the links and deep dive. Learn more. What it's asking for. All the information is not on the blog because I couldn't fit everything there. But the links are provided so you can go a deep dive. Seek help if needed. Don't have to come to me for help, but find help, right? Prepare your documentation and apply. And it is my hope and my ask that please, when you apply to grants provide that you got here, please come back to the blog to share your thoughts in the comment section, just so we can hear how was the process. Did you win? What were the lessons? Anything. Or just to tell us, I applied, anything. I love the feedback. So this is Free Money Wednesdays. We build, we apply, we steward. All right. We build, apply, and we steward. So I'm Coach Raquel. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting this program. And most of all, it is my hope and my prayer that you found it useful, that you were able to find solutions from having been here. All right. This has been Free Money Wednesdays.
Women and Men of Excellence Outreach Ministries is a global church without walls. We're serving communities through live services, prayer intervention, and outreach that changes lives. Support our $500 monthly giving drive at wamoe.org/give. Shop with purpose at faithmerchandise.com, featuring Dr. Faith's Miracle Lemonade. Book Dr. Faith for therapy, speaking, or ministry at drfaithreborn.com. Grow through professional connection and vocational training at theexcelproject.com. Subscribe to our monthly newsletter and follow us on socials at WAMO Ministries. Become a great motivator. Help us empower minds for success in the kingdom of God. Now, allegedly, where we slow the story down. This is about insight versus impact, learning from what we observe. Instead of paying the price ourselves, their experiences become our education. So growth doesn't have to come with damage.
And please do me a favor, stop holding yourselves to a beauty standard that was set by men who are attracted to children. Like, what the f*** are we doing? What in the actual f*** are we doing? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, bye.
Allegedly. Allegedly, tonight's question. Woohoo! Of course, it's episode 25. Thank you so much for staying with us so far. I'm Coach Raquel. This is smack in the middle of Refresh, Relax, Renew podcast. And this is our third and final segment. Okay. Allegedly. And before we get into this, first, today's question. Is weight management culture really about saving lives or just about satisfying eyes? All right. But before we get into it, there's a couple of things we like to say at the beginning. Okay. First, let's be very clear that our intentions are positive and good intentions. We are not here to try to cause harm or hurt to anyone. All right. And Yes, we're not here to cause harm to anyone. We're not here to hurt. We're not here to demean. We're not here to berate. We want to thank every single person that's mentioned in in this segment, this episode, everyone that we reference, everyone we speak about. We say thank you to them because of their breakdowns. We get the inspiration to do our self work so we can experience breakthroughs in this life. All right, so we can achieve our fullest potential in life. So this is from gossip to growth. We use the viral stories, we use the issues that touch my heart, we use them as inspiration to do our own self work for breakthrough. So that's why we're here and that's what we're about. Okay, we want to delve into these stories to explore it and find out what we can extract to build our own quality of life, to build our foundation, to build our what we are able to build our lives, to build our futures, so we can learn from others' mistakes and we can what am I trying to say? We learn from others. We draw from their stories to gain wisdom to fortify, if that works, our future, to build a hedge of protection, so to speak. Yes, you remember what I talked about in the beginning and the different concerns, looking at people's lives, looking at Sean Combs' case and stuff. We extract from their story with gratitude to them so that we can hopefully make build some kind of protective shield around ourselves, or just help us to do the self-work that we can get to the breakthrough much faster. But not just the breakthrough, but also gaining wisdom from them to build stronger, better lives, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So let's go now to our there's something we have to say, or fair use. We're going to go to that now. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing, right? Might otherwise be infringing. Now, as I said, before I go back to this, before I go into my script, let's go to there's a video I'd like to play, and I think I'm just gonna run it through because I want you to hear it. And as I'm about to play this video, let me be clear now. This video really is just a conversation starter, okay? Now, please bear in mind that these are clips. I cut it and splice it. It's of different people. It was not one panel sit down and this is how they deliver the conversation. No. So bear that in mind as you listen. It's just different bites from different people that I want you to hear. That's going to offset the conversation, but it was not recorded this way by the original sources. This is not how they sat down and recorded what they were saying. I'm the one who extracted it. I'm the one who put it together in this format to start the conversation. Now, everything in it doesn't necessarily answer the question or even the topic I'm going to be asking, but like I said, it's a conversation starter. It's their thoughts, and then I'm going to share with you my perspective and go into the discussion for today. So now we are going to go straight to the video.
70% of teen pregnancies are fathered by adult men. That is not a teen pregnancy problem. That is a problem with adult males impregnating children. The responsibility and the history of pregnancy has always been placed on the woman. This is a justice problem. This is a child protection problem.
I mean, if you ask any typical man to describe what wife material is, watch them describe a helper.
A slave, yeah,
yes.
a complete helper.
Yes, who doesn't get paid.
Joseph married Mary at 12-year-old. 12. She was 12 when time Joseph married her. Joseph was big man them time there. Mary was look up at me. God impregnate Mary at 14 years old, you know. She give birth to. So she give birth to Jesus
Not
at
funny. Why am I
15 years
laughing?
old. So she a breed from she a 14. Who breed Mary? Joseph?
No.
Alright. Alright.
Every single man on this earth understands consent. Let a gay man approach them and touch them in a way they don't want to be touched or approached. Oh, they understand consent and boundaries at that point, right? It's a really weird duality when most of the men who have this issue with consent with women are very homophobic and they're afraid of a man approaching them in a way that they don't want to be approached as well. Then it all makes sense, right? Because at that point, then they seem to get it. Even the ones that are like, oh, it's fine, you can be gay, you can do whatever you want, just keep it away from me, right? It's fine as long as it's not in your bubble, right? It's fine as long as no one violates your consent, right? And at the end of the day, the way that doubles back onto itself is that somebody who's homophobic isn't comfortable with the advances of another man. So when y'all say men are the problem and you hate all men, that's why. Why don't they get it? It's the same game, same rules, right? I want every straight man to go into a gay bar, dress their best, looking like a snack. And I'm not saying you're going to be assaulted like it's an unsafe place, but you're going to have lustful eyes on you. And you'll understand what it feels like to have men look at you lustfully. In certain instances, you're less physically capable of defending yourself against somebody who's stronger than you and has bad intentions. Because then they understand it.
The group of men that actually don't value themselves and they don't value women as women. They look to use women to make them feel better about themselves for the life that they're not working for. Ooh. There are a lot of good men out here that are intentional, but then there are men that want to use you that make you feel like you have to have a defense.
So when women are saying, I don't think men like women, I think they're largely right. I think men are largely attracted to the idea of women that they have shaped with other men. Hear me out. Most men's idea of what a woman is or should be is largely shaped by their environment. How a woman should act, how a woman should look, how they should make you feel. Most men's environment isn't women, it's other men. I remember thinking when I was young and I found drawings of women that were suggestive. Is that a word? After the initial ooh wore off, I remember thinking, when looking at the name that signed it, a guy created this. And a guy actually accentuated the features that that guy was interested in. But it wasn't that that guy was referencing a woman that really existed. And when I realized that, I remember thinking, wait, does this mean that I'm attracted to the woman, or am I technically being attracted to the man here? That's something that stayed in my mind as I continued to grow up. That the concept of the girl next door, the anticipation of certain types of relationships, all these things were shaped by largely media that was largely male-dominated. The idea that women would modify themselves to match a male expectation, again, is another example of this is a creation of a woman that a man wanted to see, not because it was the best thing for the woman or the best thing for the relationship, but just that it was an expectation that we largely have no right to place on anyone else. Are you really attracted to a woman? If a society of women were able to continue to procreate and exist without the sexual influence of men, I think most of us would agree that they would probably be a different type of woman. I know a few men who would absolutely love the type of women that came out of that environment. But I don't think that that's most men.
Most men like skinny women. They'll take a skinny woman. It don't even matter. They'll take any type of woman, but they'll take a skinny woman with no problems. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. Unless you look sick, then we got a problem. Eat some more. Okay, if you look sick, like something wrong with you, they might not want you if you that skinny. So if you like healthy skinny, you're good.
So y'all telling me skinny women ain't winning, bro? Can't lie, bro. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Them thick women, they winning too. But man, my preference is skinny, petite women, man. It just ain't nothing like them, bro. They just be they be skinny with the right shape, and then they be having a little speed bump back there, you know, man. They just winning, man. They just, you know what I'm saying, perfect for me, man. You know, yeah.
Listen, let me say this. Who told women that, like, that we wanted y'all to be super skinny? Like, we never asked for that shit. And don't say you're doing it for yourself, because there's no way you're fucking happy being super skinny and eating 600 calories a day. There's no way you're happy doing that, right? Like, who told you that? Like, you could be super duper healthy as a woman, have 21 to 29% body fat, right? And eat healthy and eat good and still be happy, right? Like, we don't want to see your abs, bro, right? Like, a flat stomach is completely different abs. I don't want to see your tricep and your bicep. That's what I look at myself in the mirror for. I'm a guy. Like, women are supposed to have a little bit of thickness around the thighs, around the hips, you know, like you. Stop this whole Ozempic being super skinny shit. Like, stop following Hollywood. Like, they don't know. They're out of touch with reality. Okay, like, that's not what most guys is looking for. Like, just being honest, man.
All right. Whew. All right. Let's get into the conversation, discussion, whatever you want to call it. That's where we're headed now. That was some interesting talk. All right. So today's question: is weight management culture really about saving lives or just about satisfying eyes? The global weight management market is worth hundreds of billions, right? Need to see my time. All right. Hundreds of billions. With that much money on the line, industries shape our definition of health. Meanwhile, social media pressures magnify thin ideals, especially for women. But here's the truth. According to the research, both fuller bodies and smaller bodies experience illness and early death. Hello. Graves don't discriminate between a waistline and a heartbeat. And this is important because oftentimes when persons come to tell you about your weight or whether your weight is good or bad, it somehow always get connected to death. Like, we want you to be healthy, blah, blah, blah. The grave doesn't discriminate, though. And fat people aren't the only people who die young or die at all, right? So why when this question come up, it's about that. Yeah? Anyway, because I'm a fat person, let's be clear. Ta-da! I'm fat, and the fact that I saw my mother's body, you know, even when she was sick and I got to see her full body, I'm not well, I've seen her small, but she's still she was still a thick person. And not just that, but the way I grew up, skinny for me was kind of related to malnourishment. And so for me, I sort of was skinny for a period of my life, and I did not like it because I was hungry. And I felt hungry and I looked hungry to myself. Yeah. So, you know, but all jokes aside, really, why do we do this? And if it really is just about health, why can't we just say, hey, why don't we talk about health then, and talk about the real habits and the real programs that truly help with one's health, right? Instead of making it seem as if food is your eating habits is the only thing that's between you and death, and you and life, and you and a good husband, and you and good, you know what I mean? I mean, it becomes, I think it becomes unhealthy at some point in time. So let's go down. So Graves don't discriminate between a waistline and a heartbeat. Now, still, culture praises boyishly skinny as the gold standard, shrinking women down to girl-like figures instead of celebrating mature, capable bodies. Here is something that a close pal of mine shared with me once. One of my angels in my life shared with me once that her partner said to her, and I'm paraphrasing, rephrasing, and pulling from memory, right? What he pretty much said to her was he does not like it. He does not like it when a woman shaves her private part, because for him it feels like it's not a mature vagina. It's not a mature, like it takes away from the feeling of maturity. And I so respected that person for that statement, because I think it's important. And let me be clear, nothing in this data indicates that body size contributes to increased sexual experiences between older persons and younger persons, right? But what led me here is little things like these. Like when we expect women to look like girl, after a while, that's sensory adaptation. And I'm going to share the information, but after a while, don't you think that affects how we see people and how we see things? I just want you to think about it, right? So even as he said that, if every time you are having sexual encounters with a vagina with no hair on it, no pubic hair, and I don't know if there's anything else that makes it feel like mature. And I'm not saying that all men who like that are capable of harming kids, but don't you think it makes it easier for you to go from there to there? You know what I mean? Like if you're already, it's like there's no differentiation of it. Like I just feel like it increases vulnerability. It normalizes certain things that I don't think should be more normalized. And I feel that mature should feel and look like mature. You know what I mean? There should be a difference. So if you accidentally ended up somewhere you should not be, you should know immediately, hold on, it's in the dark. What's going on here? Who is this? You know what I'm saying? I just don't think they should feel the same or look the same, but let's go on. So sensory adaptation. And I'm just going through, I'm sharing a couple of slides with you as I go along that you can pay attention to as well as I share the data. Sensory adaptation. And that obsession with thinness is part of something even bigger, the worship of youthfulness. Let's talk about how our eyes adapt to what they're fed. Scientists call it sensory adaptation. When we're repeatedly exposed to thin bodies, our brains recalibrates. Suddenly, thin becomes normal, even ideal. Studies prove this. After seeing very slim figures, people rate thinner bodies as more attractive and even see average bodies as overweight. That's not just perception, it's conditioning. Other experiments show women who constantly view thin ideals begin to implicitly associate themselves with thinness, reshaping their self-image. Now, does this prove that thin ideal culture directly creates sexual attraction to minors? No, the data does not say that. The research doesn't confirm that. But the APA task force on the sexualization of girls warned that constant sexualization and youth-like ideals fuel body dissatisfaction, self-objectification, disordered eating, and even greater acceptance of harassment. So while Graves don't discriminate between slim or full bodies, cultures do. A culture obsessed with smallness and youth teaches girls to shrink, teaches women to erase maturity, and teaches men to equate desirability with underdevelopment. That's not health, that's conditioning. Real risks. And here's the kicker. When we look at real risks, teen pregnancy, early sexualization cycles of single parenting and poverty, the data points somewhere else. Global agencies show the strongest predictors are poverty, lack of education. Global agencies show the strongest predictors are poverty, lack of education, child marriage, and lack of access to sexual health services. Not whether a girl's body was small enough to fit the cultural script. Which begs the question, if weight management culture was truly about saving lives, wouldn't it focus on food systems, education, healthcare, and dignity? Instead, it too often satisfies eyes by pushing an unhealthy preference for smallness that harms girls, distorts desires, and starves the truth. Youthfulness. Now, let's zoom in on youthfulness itself. Across time and culture, research shows men lean younger when choosing partners. On average, husbands are 2 to 7 years older than their wives. Why? Evolutionary psychologists argue it comes down to fertility. Youth signals reproductive potential, smooth skin, bright eyes, full lips, firm body tone, the shorthand for a body at its peak capacity to conceive and carry life. Science goes deeper. Faces with so-called neotenous features, large eyes, smaller nose, round cheeks, are judged more attractive because they mimic youthful proportions. Bodies with a waist to hip ratio around 0.7 read as both fertile and youthful. Even videos play a role. Higher pitch, lovelier movement patterns are coded as younger and therefore desirable. But biology is only part of the story. For example, they had this thing going online where they were saying men don't like loud women. In some instances, you hear men don't like strong, independent women. I'm just saying what I hear online. I'm not saying this is the truth. I'm just sharing things I've heard growing up and since I've been an adult, right? Okay. So, culture has built an empire. Culture has built an empire on this attraction. Media and advertising sell us the anti-aging industry. Billboards, Instagram feeds, beauty brands, all amplifying the idea that a woman's power is in her youth. Meanwhile, men are permitted to age into silver foxes, often gaining desirability with the age. That's not biology. That's a cultural double standard. And there's a dark side. The obsession with youthfulness pressures women into endless dieting, cosmetic surgery, and anti-aging regimens, erasing maturity as if wrinkles and curves are flaws. Worse, it risks blurring the line between healthy, one second. Forgot this. Yes. Worst, it risks blurring the line between healthy adult attraction and problematic ideals that shrink women down toward girlhood. That's how the worship of boyishly skinny, that's how the worship of boyishly skinny slips dangerously close to infantilization. So here's the question we should be asking. If youthfulness is attractive because it once signaled fertility, why does society still cling to it when women's worth is no longer bound to reproduction? Why do we insist on freezing women in time while celebrating men's maturity? Because biology may explain part of the attraction, but it's culture, media, and power that decide how far we push it. And when we push too far, youthfulness stops being about saving lives and starts being about satisfying eyes. So here's a spoken word reflection. So here is a spoken word reflection. Is it about saving lives or satisfying eyes? The praise, boyishly skinny, like womanhood itself is a disease, as if curves mean chaos, as if softness means sickness. But fuller bodies die young and old, and smaller bodies, they die too. Graves don't discriminate. Death takes both the heavy and the hollow. BMI becomes scripture, though science says it was never meant for salvation. Ultra processed foods flood the shelves while classrooms skip the lesson that true health is not just body mass, it's community mass, policy, peace, education, and plate. So I ask again, is it about saving lives or satisfying eyes? Because if health were the goal, we would nourish more than numbers, protect peace more than profit, and honor every body, full, slim, young, old, as holy ground. So, does weight management culture truly serve health or disguise a predatory ideal? Allegedly, when profit and platform come before people, we confuse being small with being well. The real solution: create environments that nurture health, not just shrink women. Because in the end, it's not about waistlines, it's about lifelines. Hold your power, measure what matters. All right? This is it, right? I have had the experience where, and even now online, like I have this fitness thing that I do, fitness blog, and the only thing I've ever really gotten, let me think. Yeah, the only thing that people really compliment me on is my fitness. Like, oh, keep going. They just assume I'm on this weight loss program. I'm not. And people assume I'm on a weight loss program. I'm not on a weight loss program. I'm just living my life. And there's this thought, like, if you're fat, if you're my size, it's because of food. I've always loved vegetables. As a matter of fact, growing up, my constant prayer was always, God, I need a fridge. When I grow up, I need a refrigerator filled with fruits and vegetables. I love that kind of thing. So it's not because I'm not eating well, and it's not that's not what I want my life to be about. That's not what I want my days to be about. And if that's the only thing you can compliment and be proud of in me, then it says so much more about you than it says about me. And I don't find it a compliment when you tell me about, oh, good, I'm proud of you because what? I'm working out. What about being proud of me for this podcast? What about being proud of me for the work that I do? What about being proud of me because I'm so kind to you? What about being proud of me because I'm good to you, because I bring good energy? What about all of it? All of me. Not just that aspect of me, but all of me. We've got to get to a place where we can be deeper than just so surface level things. We've got to be deeper. You know, I remember when the person I dated, he was skinny. The person I had that long-term dating relationship with, he was a skinny person. Let me tell you something. I suffered. I suffered for it. I suffered. There are times, and sometimes his bones would sink into my body. I'm telling you. He's such a precious, he's precious, okay? He's a lovely person. And he's happily married to somebody else. All right. But I'm just saying, skinny ain't always it. And sometimes when I see it, I'm like, them bones. I'm always looking for them bones. I sink into my flesh. But anyway, that brings us to the end of Refresh, Relax, Renew. Tonight we unboxed solutions that remind us that self-care should bring peace, not stress. We explored opportunities for free money and everyday platforms to game-changing grants, and in allegedly we confronted the deeper question about health, culture, and how women's bodies are valued. My hope is that you walk away not just informed, but inspired, empowered even, to choose tools that make your daily life lighter, to seek out resources that expand your future, and to challenge the narratives that limit us. Thank you for watching. Thank you for growing with me. Until next time, refresh your space, relax your mind, and renew your vision. Thank you so much for being here with me today. This has been episode 25 of Refresh, Relax, Renew. I'm Coach Raquel. Please do not forget to like, share, subscribe. Subscribe. Please remember to subscribe. It's been such an honor and a pleasure doing this and being here with you today.
Welcome to mycoachministry.com. We're on a mission to empower 1 million purpose-driven entrepreneurs, turning calling into currency. Through strategic coaching, we guide visionary leaders, brand elevation, and creative empowerment, helping leaders break barriers and own their identity. Build impactful, wealth-generating brands that echo across generations.
Unlock your potential every Thursday with our podcast, Refresh, Relax, Renew. Join Coach Raquel as she guides you through personal development journeys. Each episode focuses on actionable steps to enhance your personal journey. The podcast features 3 main segments to keep you engaged. We start with discussions on trending topics relevant to your growth. Then we unbox solutions to common challenges we face daily. Finally, stay updated with fresh funding opportunities each week. Tune in every Thursday for new episodes, and see you there.
I love to open new packages. There will be the latest information on the top funding opportunities for entrepreneurs who are seeking funding. Come along with me. I'm Coach Raquel, and this is a passion project for me, so I'm so happy to bring this to you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching.
Welcome to the Calm Collective, a digital village for purpose-driven souls. Here, your story matters, your purpose has space to breathe. And your impact? It grows with community. From healing to strategy, from divine clarity to digital empowerment. We help you transform lived experience into legacy. Join the village. Build boldly. Heal loudly. Rise calmly. This is the Calm Collective. Become a member at mycoachministry.com.